Good. So in the continuation of the upper limb dissection, today we will discuss about the axilla. So right here we can appreciate the skin and superficial fascia. We reflected the skin and superficial fascia like this, and along with the superficial fascia and this superficial fascia. Then after that we can see this fan shaped muscle. This fan shaped muscle, it is the pectoralis major muscle, and we cut the pectoralis major muscle and we reflect it laterally. This is the pectoralis major muscle right here. After the pectoralis major we can see this muscle, short muscle. This is the pectoralis minor muscle, and we reflected the pectoralis minor muscle. After reflecting the pectoralis minor, we can see this is the pyramidal shape area, right? So this is the pyramidal shape area. So this pyramidal shape area, this is known as the axilla, and axilla is having apex right here. This is the apex, and this is the base of the axilla. Then it has the medial wall, it has the lateral wall, it has the anterior wall, right, and it has the posterior wall. So we can see all these four walls and apex and the base. Now first we will discuss about the apex. So this is the apex, which is anteriorly bound by the clavicle. You can see this is the clavicle, and posteriorly it is bounded by the superior border of the scapula. So after that we can see the structure, they are coming from the apex and they are entering into the axilla. So all the structure that is coming from the apex and entering into the axilla. Now we can see the base. So base, it is formed by, base it is extending from the posterior axillary fold to the anterior axillary fold. Now what is the posterior and anterior axillary fold? We can see here. So the lower border of the pectoralis major, this forms the lower border of the pectoralis major, this forms your anterior axillary fold, and right, we can see here, this is the latissimus dorsi muscle. This is the latissimus dorsi muscle. So this upper border of the latissimus dorsi, it forms the posterior axillary fold, right? So this is from the posterior. So the area which is reflecting from the posterior axillary fold to the anterior axillary fold. So this forms the actually base. So base is formed by the, what is this area? Then we can see this is the skin, right? Then superficial fascia, deep fascia. Deep fascia में ये जो axillary fascia which forms the base. So we can easily appreciate the base which is extending between the posterior axillary fold and the anterior axillary fold, right? After that we can see the walls. So if we see the anterior wall is formed by this skin, then superficial fascia. After that the pectoralis fascia and pectoralis major muscle and the pectoralis minor muscle. We can see all these in the anterior wall of the axilla. Now we can see the medial wall. So medial wall, it is formed by the, now we can see the posterior wall actually first. So posterior wall, it is formed by the muscles on the posterior aspect. Then first muscle, that is your subscapularis. You can see here, this is the subscapularis, and after that we can see this is the latissimus dorsi, which is coming from the back. Here you can see here. So this is the latissimus dorsi and the teres major muscle right here. So we have the three muscle which forms the posterior wall of the axilla. Now we can see the medial wall. If we see the medial wall is formed by the upper 4 to 5 ribs, and in between the ribs there is the intercostal muscles, and in the intercostal muscles and some part of the latissimus, some part of the serratus anterior, and this long nerve. This long nerve, this is known as the long thoracic nerve. You can see this is the long thoracic nerve. You can see here. This is the long thoracic nerve which is coming from here, right? And one important structure, that is the intercostobrachial nerve. So this is the intercostobrachial nerve, and the second intercostal nerve and the fourth intercostal nerve we can see. So this is the intercostobrachial nerve, right? So after that we see this medial wall and lateral wall. What is the lateral wall? Lateral wall is the convergence of the anterior wall and the posterior wall, and it is meet on the intertubercular sulcus. This is the intertubercular sulcus, right? So the content of the intertubercular sulcus is the long head of the bicep, right? So this is the long head of the bicep, we can see. This is the long head of the bicep, right? So in the intertubercular sulcus, the tendon goes into the long head of biceps, and the structure that is emerging at the intertubercular sulcus, that forms the lateral boundaries. Now the contents of the axilla. In the contents of the axilla, we can see this is the axillary vein, and this is the axillary artery, and around the axillary artery we can see these are the cords of the brachial plexus. So axillary vein, nerve and the artery, right? So if we see the artery, first of all the artery is a continuation of the subclavian artery, and then it is divided by the pectoralis minor muscle into three parts. First is the proximal to the pectoralis minor muscle, that is the first part. If we see, this is the first part of the axillary artery. Below to the pectoralis minor, this is the second part of the axillary artery, and just lower, then from the lower border of the pectoralis minor to the teres major, this is the third part of the axillary artery, right? So first of all, first part of the axillary artery, this is the first part of the axillary artery, and we can see this branch which is coming from the first part, that is the superior thoracic artery. You can see this is the superior thoracic artery. Then the second part, which is below to the pectoralis minor muscle, this is the second part, and second part it gives the two main branches. So first is the thoracoacromial artery. So this is the thoracoacromial artery. It gives the branch between the pectoralis minor and the major. This is the pectoral branch, right? And after the pectoral branch we can see one branch that is going into below to the deltoid muscle, that is the acromial branch. Then third one is this is the deltoid branch, and fourth is the clavicular branch. So these are the branches of the thoracoacromial artery. Now second branch of the second part is your lateral thoracic artery. So this is the lateral thoracic artery which goes down. So after that, so we can also identify these two branches from here. This is the thoracoacromial artery and this is the lateral thoracic artery. After that, below to this pectoralis minor muscle, this is the third part, and this is the third part of axillary artery. So third part of axillary artery, this is the third part of axillary artery. The main branch, this third part of axillary artery, this we can see, this is the subscapular artery, right? So this is the subscapular artery. You can see subscapular artery give one posterior branch right here, which goes posteriorly, that is called as the circumflex scapular artery. So this is the circumflex scapular artery, and after that we can see two more branches. One is the anterior circumflex humeral artery, and this is the posterior circumflex humeral artery. So this is the anterior circumflex and this is the posterior circumflex humeral artery. So these are the all three branches of the third part of the axillary artery. Now the axillary vein are the corresponding vein of the axillary artery. Now we see the brachial plexus, the cord of the brachial plexus. In the axilla, there is the infraclavicular part of the brachial plexus we can see, So if we see the codes, first of all, the codes of the brachial plexus. How will we identify the codes of the brachial plexus? First you have to identify one very important branch that is called as the coracobrachialis. The very simple method to identify is it is entering into the coracobrachialis, right? So this branch is the coracobrachialis. You just hold this branch, go upwards, and this should be your lateral cord. So this is your lateral cord. So we can see this is the lateral cord, right? And after the lateral cord, we can see this is the medial cord, right? And from the posterior aspect, we can, if we reflect the artery, we can see this is the posterior cord. So we can see the medial cord, lateral cord, and the posterior cord, right? Now the very important relation in the first part, you can see this is the first part. In the first part of the axillary artery, we can see this is the lateral cord and this is the posterior cord which lies laterally. You can see here, this is the lateral cord, and below to the lateral cord we can see this is the posterior cord. So both lies laterally, but the medial cord which is right here, so the medial cord which is right here, which is just behind the artery. So this is the first part, right? So in the first part, now in the second and third part, lateral cord lies laterally, medial cord lies medially, and then posterior cord lies posteriorly. So now we can identify the branches of the medial cord, lateral cord, and the posterior cord. First of all, we just identify this branch. This is the musculocutaneous nerve, and this is the lateral cord. So from the lateral cord we have the three branch. One is your lateral root of the median nerve right here. This is the median nerve, and this is your musculocutaneous nerve. So we have the three branches from the lateral cord of the brachial plexus. So we just identify again, this is the musculocutaneous which is entering into the muscle. Then after that we can see the main nerve, that is your median nerve, right? And this small branch which is right here, this is the medial branch of the median nerve. So these are the branches of the lateral cord. Now one branch which is coming from above, that is your lateral pectoral nerve, right? So lateral pectoral nerve, we can see this is the branch of the lateral pectoral nerve which pierces the clavipectoral fascia right here, which pierces the clavipectoral fascia, and it supplies the pectoralis major muscle, right? So this is the lateral pectoral nerve. So from above to downward, if we see, this is the lateral pectoral, then we can see the lateral root of the median nerve, then musculocutaneous and the median nerve. So these are the branch of the lateral cord. So now we can see the branches from the medial cord. So from the medial cord we can see the first between the artery and vein, first superficial that is the medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm. You can see it is going down. You can see this is going down between the artery and vein. We can see this goes down, and it supplies the, here we can see this supplies the forearm. So this is the medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm, right? Now second, between the artery and vein, in the deeper aspect we can see this is the ulnar nerve, right? So this is the ulnar nerve, right? Now in the medial aspect of this vein, axillary vein, we can see the medial cutaneous nerve of the arm. You can see this is the medial cutaneous nerve of the arm, which some fibers of medial cutaneous nerve of the arm. Then we can see the posterior branch of the posterior cord. Now we reflect these all three. Now we can see the branches of the posterior cord. So this is the posterior cord. So branches from the posterior cord are the first branch, that is the So first branch, that is the upper subscapular. This is the upper subscapular. Then we can see this is the thoracodorsal branch. And then third is your lower subscapular. And we can see this is the lower subscapular. So this is the lower subscapular, this is the thoracodorsal, this is the upper subscapular, and one main branch that is goes into the posteriorly. This is the your axillary nerve right here. So this is the axillary nerve. You can see this is the axillary nerve. And in the continuation of the posterior cord, there is the one radial nerve which is going down. So this is from the posterior aspect, we can see this is the radial nerve which is going down. So if we quickly identify the structure, we reflect the pectoralis minor. Then after that, first of all, you just identify the musculocutaneous. Then you will find the lateral cord. If you go so you will find the lateral cord, and lateral cord is here in between the artery and vein. The main nerve, that is the median nerve, which is made up of the lateral root of the median nerve and median root of the medial nerve. So lateral root, it is the continuation of lateral cord, and median root, it is the continuation of the medial cord. So it forms the median nerve. After that, between the artery and vein, we superficial, that is the medial cutaneous nerve of forearm, and in the deeper aspect we can see this is the ulnar nerve. After that, on the medial aspect of the axillary vein, you will find the medial cutaneous nerve of the arm. So these are the branch of lateral and medial cord. After that, reflect these all the branches. First of all, most superior, you can find the upper subscapular, then your thoracodorsal, and then your lower subscapular, and axillary nerve which is entering and goes behind, and then in the continuation of these branches, this is your radial nerve which goes down.